Are America's soldiers now paying the heaviest price for Donald Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu's war against Iran? Is this the biggest loss yet for Trump in the Iran war? Revealed: the scale of rising U.S. casualties. More than 300 American soldiers have now been wounded in the fallout from Iran's deadly retaliation. Iran's missiles and drones are dealing a major blow to U.S. troops stationed across the Middle East. Despite mounting losses, will Donald Trump still give the nod for a ground invasion inside Iran? The IRGC has now rolled out its most chilling threat yet, warning America's Gulf allies of what may come next. As the US and Israel's war against Iran continues, American forces are increasingly bearing the cost. An ABC News report said that more than 300 American troops have been wounded in the war against Iran. Those troops were injured during Iran's continued retaliation against US military bases across the Gulf region. According to the report, 237 US personnel have returned to duty, while another 10 remain seriously wounded. US Central Command told Fox News that most of the troops' injuries were classified as minor. That CENTCOM assessment appears to differ from what a US official told ABC News about the scale of the injuries. The report said US troops suffered traumatic brain injuries, migraines, fatigue, and other cognitive problems. Most of the injuries were reportedly caused by the impact of Iranian drones and explosive munitions. Another cause of the injuries was reportedly the blast effects that followed nearby missile strikes. This setback comes as at least 13 American service members have already been confirmed killed in the war. 6 US soldiers died when a KC-135 tanker aircraft crashed during an operation in Iraq on March 12. Another 6 US soldiers were reportedly killed in an Iranian drone attack in Kuwait, while 1 died in Saudi Arabia. Despite mounting losses in aircraft and personnel, Trump may still authorize a ground invasion inside Iran. Reports have emerged that Trump is considering a ground invasion after Iran rejected his peace proposal. An Axios report said Trump has been presented with multiple military options if Iran refuses to sign a deal. Some of those options include seizing Karg Island to pressure Iran into reopening the Strait of Hormuz. The Trump administration has also reportedly prepared a 7,000-strong force for a possible ground operation. However, any ground invasion by the Trump administration is also facing clear resistance within the United States. In response, Iran challenged Trump to send forces, claiming a 1 million-strong army is ready. Iran has also warned that proxy groups across the Middle East would join any confrontation with American troops. Iran has shown no indication that it plans to stop retaliating, even as Trump continues to push for a ceasefire deal. On March 27, Iran launched another barrage of missiles and drones under the 83rd wave of its operation. Sirens also sounded across central Israel on March 27 as Iran continued its attacks across the region. In one of its strongest warnings so far, Iran's elite forces sent a direct message to America's Arab allies. Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps warned residents in Arab countries to stay away from US military-linked sites. The IRGC also threatened to eliminate US and Israeli forces and told civilians to leave, according to Press TV. Iran warned that more attacks could hit American bases located in areas such as Saudi Arabia and Qatar. Iran had also reportedly rejected Trump's 15-point peace proposal and instead presented its own demands. But Trump repeated his claim that Iran had begged for a deal and said reports of rejection were fake. However, on March 27, Trump once again extended his deadline on striking Iran's energy infrastructure. Trump said the extension came at Iran's request, but Tehran rejected that claim, as per reports. Meanwhile, Israel is taking a different position and is instead vowing to renew strikes on Iran with greater force.
IDF operations in Iran against security and military targets continue without pause. We will continue to hunt the leaders and commanders of the terror regime and destroy its strategic capabilities. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and I warned the Iranian terror regime to stop firing missiles at the civilian population in Israel. Despite the warnings, the fire continues, and therefore IDF strikes in Iran will escalate and expand to additional targets and domains that assist the regime in building and operating weapons against Israeli citizens. They will pay increasingly heavy prices for this war crime. The Israeli home front is strong, the IDF is strong, and we will continue to operate in Iran with full force until all the goals of the war are achieved.